Hi everyone, it's Leanne here, and today I'm talking to you about fear, and I love this acronym, false evidence appearing real. And the other one that I'm going to share with you, which is really powerful, I now look at this as face everything and rise. Okay, so if you can remember that last one especially, that's really going to help. Now the reason why I'm talking about fear today is because it's something that I think crops up very sneakily quite a lot in, when we're wanting to improve our life in some area. So whether that's personal development, business development, whatever it is, perhaps you have an idea you want to do, have something, achieve something, you've got this idea. You know that feeling when you first have the idea, you feel really pumped up, you feel excited, you feel good, you feel confident, and then the next day, boom, it smacks into you and you think, these small voices just appear from nowhere saying, yeah, but you can't do this, or how are you going to do that though, Leanne? Or how are you going to get the money to do it? Or what if it doesn't work out? What is so-and-so going to, all these little voices. And we need to learn how to ignore that and literally feel the fear. I like this quote, feel the fear and do it anyway. Okay, so that's what I'm talking to you about today. Tip number one. By the way, I'm not sat here saying that I have sussed it all out, because I have still hit these fear barriers this year in particular, because I've done a lot of things that I've not done before. It's been a massive growth journey for me this year. It's been fantastic, but there has been a lot of times where I've hit this fear barrier. So here's what I do, right? I must say though, I'm definitely getting a lot better at dealing with it, so I can now figure out, I recognize what's going on, so I think that's the first thing, and then really just learning these tips and tools, or as I always say with the videos, take the meat, throw away the bone. So if you just take a couple of tips from what I'm going to tell you, maybe you have other tips to add in, find the recipe that works for you to be able to deal with this. But this is some of the things that I'm going to share have really helped me. Now the first thing is, so let's say you've had this idea, you want to create something, you want to do something, whatever it might be, and you've been all excited. Okay, you've decided, yes, I'm doing this because it's what I really want, or it's getting me towards my goal. You've committed to it, and then the action doesn't happen, right? This fear kicks in. The first thing you want to do, find the trigger, all right? So these little voices, just take note. What are those voices telling you? Are they saying, you can't do this? Or are they saying, where are you going to find the time to do this? Where are you going to find the money? What if it fails? What if it goes wrong? What are your family going to say? Figure out what these voices are saying in your mind. Okay, so what are you actually fearful of? Because we want to try and really get the root and blast that root up, all right? That's ultimately what we want to do. Try to find the trigger. The next thing is find the truth. Okay, so once you find that trigger, so let's imagine that little voice is telling you, so one of your triggers might be, for example, oh, I'm worried about what my family or friends think. Okay, the truth. What does it really matter what your friends and family think? If it's something you really want to do or achieve and it's going to improve your life, yes, there might be, you could fail, but what's the worst that's going to happen? Are you really going to not do something because you're worried what people think, or because of what your family are going to say to you? Okay, because the truth is, we have one life, and you have this idea. You've got to turn things around. So you've got to say, rather than thinking, oh, what if it fails? What if it goes right? Okay, that's how we've got to turn it around. And okay, what are my friends going to think? But then we also say, if they're real friends, they're going to support you. Okay, so that's actually going to lead on to my next step. But really find the truth. We get to create everything we want in our life. It's your choice. You have this choice, this option, okay, to go down the path that you really want to. So find the truth in these silly voices. Maybe that voice is saying, okay, but you're not going to have time to do that. The truth is, if you're really fired up about this idea, if you know it's something that you really want to do, achieve, if it excites you, if you know it's going to improve your life, you know that the truth is you should be finding the time. You're going to prioritize it, okay? So get rid of the excuses, find out the truth. Ready for the next one? Act in the now. I've just actually done another video on this. So acting now, and here's why we act now. Have you ever been really excited about something, an idea, whatever it is? The next day you wake up and you think, oh, these voices start to come into your head, okay? And then you leave another day, and those excited feelings about the initial idea start to die down because these silly voices are overtaking. So when we act in the now, that basically acts as a stopper. It kind of blocks all them stupid noises that are going on in your mind, okay? So act in the moment, and think to yourself, there's a reason of why this idea has come up. There's a reason why you want this particular thing or this particular, whatever it is, this particular goal, okay? So acting in the now doesn't give you time to talk yourself out of it, all right? That's in my experience. And the universe likes the timing. You know, you've got to be quick. So don't leave it. Here we go, support. So this is kind of linked really, I suppose, with some of the other ones. Now, when we are going outside our comfort zone, when we are stretching, when we are growing, you are going to come across hurdles at times. You are going to come across days where you're not sure, you're having doubts, right? You're not sure, you're not really believing in yourself, whatever it might be. But during those times, you really want to be surrounded by the people that are going to cheer you on from the sidelines. That might not always be your close friends, how you might think it would be, right? It might not always be your family. What I would suggest is find either an accountability partner that you can rely on. Be a part of a mastermind. So be a part of another group of, you know, if it's business related, get yourself with a group of other entrepreneurs that have all these fantastic ideas, that want to learn, grow, achieve and do great things in their life. Be around like-minded people. Or if it might be a fitness goal, maybe you've said to yourself, right, I want to train for, I don't know, XYZ, and then the fear comes up. Get yourself around the people that are doing what you want to do, okay? Because they're the people that are going to cheer you on. They're not going to talk you out of it. They're going to support you. So the support is such a big thing for those days where you might come across a bit of resistance, okay? Here we go, next one. Accepting failure. Yes, we love this one. I like this saying, we can't have success without failure. We can't fail without success. And as we know, the rocket, for example, does not go straight to the moon. It doesn't succeed its way there first time. It literally fails its way to success. So the rocket or even an aircraft would, you know, pinpoint the destination. The journey would begin, it goes slightly off course, it has to correct. Slightly off course, it literally corrects its way there. Anything worth having that you really want is worth going for it, but just bear in mind that you may have to come across many failures before you get to the success point, okay? That's why the next point is really important, but don't worry about failure, all right? It doesn't matter what other people think. That's another thing that you've just got to get out of your head. Don't worry about, forget what people think. The right people around you are going to support you and believe in you, because sometimes it takes other people to believe in you first. My last one, really important one, especially along the turbulence. So remember your why. So that on those days where you may feel like you're failing, or you may feel that things are not quite going your way, remember why you started in the first place, all right? So whether that's you have a vision board, whether you put a picture on your phone of that end goal that you want to accomplish or to do, to be, to have, when we remember our why, that acts as a little bit more motivation, okay? Now, of course, it's the habits that are going to keep you motivated, but it really does help. If you like this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe, and of course, hit the notifications tab. That way you'll know each time I bring another video out. Until then, have a good day.